I've been talking to myself. Let me know if you can hear me. Say yes. Yes. My microphone was off. Oh my goodness. Oh. I'm learning. I was teaching a class last night, and I said to the students who had to give a presentation, I said, you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. So I'm not this, but I'm willing to learn. Okay. So that's how life is. You're going to make some mistakes, and that's a part of the process. But my son, he called John Leslie and told me to look at some things, and I found, I said, well, here's a red light I hadn't seen before, and that meant that the microphone was off. Somebody had turned it off. All right, I'm back now. It's a pleasure to be with you. I have a message for you entitled "Do Your Best." I want you to let people know. Thank you. You like, somebody said they like my hairstyle. Looking sharp, sir. Thank you, Noah. Y'all told me y'all like my flat top. Now you say, you're like, hello, Christina. No, consonant. What's that consonant? I don't have my glasses on. Leave it alone, Dad. Okay. That's what John Leslie would say. Oh boy. So at any rate, I'm back. So I want you to South Africa in the house. And today I'm going to talk about do your best. Do your best. And people who you know who are good people to be around, good energy to be around. This is an incredible time. This is a golden age for us right now. That's right. And I wanted to warn you or alert you, and you know this already. Good times never last. You know, Robert Schuller said, tough times never last, but tough people do. Tough times never last, and good times never last. I mean, they all have an expiration date. And so therefore, you want to maximize this time where we are. And the best thing to do is do your best. Cicely Tyson, she came to my training in 1993. And somebody said, Cicely Tyson is in the seminar. I said, no, she's not. Yes, she's in the room. I said, no. And sure enough, she was there. Her nickname, we call her Aunt Boo Boo. And I said, whoa, I'm so glad you're here. I said, what made you come? She said, I like the way you speak. And I'm going to be speaking more, and I want to learn how to present. And I want to talk to you about doing your best with your life and giving everything you do your all. And she really immersed herself in that training. She didn't come in and acting like a prima donna. She studied, she worked, she spoke before the class, and she did an interview with Gail King. And what struck me about the interview at the end, Gail King asked her, what would you want people to say when you go? What would you want them to say about you? And without hesitating, she said, I did my best. And I started thinking, have I done my best? Will people say that he did his best, that he made a difference? I have my children here. They're speakers and trainers and authors. They have their own independent businesses, their own voice. They're not trying to fit into my shoes. They have their own shoes, and they run me and the organization. I fired them and they fired me as family. But it just kept working in my mind. Did you do your best with what I gave you? That's what I think that's an answer that we will have to answer on the other side. Did we do our best? Did we die a life with no regrets, or a life full of talents, abilities, and skills and dreams that we never reach for, that we never use? And I'm encouraging you, that was jarring to me, that question by Gail. when Cicely said, I did my best. And my goal is to finish strong because I feel even at 75, February 17th, I'll be 76. I still believe I got some more in me. And I'm not going to take it to the grave. And that's why I was in here fumbling around trying to figure this thing out with nobody here. I said, I'm going to do something today. I'm going on today with or without anybody in here. And fortunately, John Leslie, my son, he called me and gave me some guidance on how to do it. And here's something else. Ask for help. I called him. I said, look, something's up. I used to can do this, but something has changed and I don't know what to do right now. And he said, put the phone near the computer so I can see it. And he walked me through it. I believe ask for help, not because you're weak, but because you want to remain strong. And ask for help and don't stop until you get it. And there's a level of intensity that you can hear in my voice because I know the journey that has brought me here is longer than the journey that I have left. And so therefore I'm moving with a sense of urgency. We don't know how much time we have left, but what we want to do is maximize. We were all tensed and working hard and going all in to elect 2 senators from Georgia. And because of God's grace and mercy and Stacey Adams and our angels, it happened. And so that when you look at yourself, look at your goals, look at your dreams, this is a time to turn it up. This is a time to maximize your potential. This is a time to live your dreams because you can do more. It's important that we challenge ourselves. I'm not going to decide that, just because I'm 75 right now, that I'm not going to use this technology. We've gone from brick and mortar to click and order. No, I'm not giving this up to the millennials, these young people. Absolutely not. I said, teach me. No, I want to learn. Why? I do it for you. No. I want to go in there by myself because I know after a while, I'm going to get on y'all last nerve. I want to get up in the middle of the night and go on and talk to people because the angels won't let me sleep. I want to be able to do that and don't have to wake up anybody in the process. How many of you agree with me? Say yes, because after a while, they'll get tired. I have a friend of mine, she was a paraplegic and she could not walk. And she was at this school, the vocational school. And when she went there, people helped her up the steps every day. But after a while, they stopped. They got tired of carrying her up the steps. So she was determined to get up those steps, and she was slightly overweight, and she started scooting up those steps with them, holding on with her hand, pulling herself up, and start losing some weight and looking kind of good. Somebody noticed, and he took her out for a date, and they got married. But they got tired, and I know they get tired of me because I'm challenging. But here's what I'm saying. I think we should experiment with life. We should experiment and find out what else is in there. I'm reminded of a jazz artist. He was known for playing the piano and gifted and known for that and booked for that. And he was playing in a bar one night. I told this story before. And the bartender was called by one of the patrons and said, would you have the pianist to sing a song for me? I'm going through a tough time right now. Would you have him sing something for me? And so he went over, the bartender, to the pianist that he'd hired and said, we have a patron here that'd like for you to sing something, play and sing. And he said, I don't sing. You hired me to play the piano. That's what I'm doing. I don't sing. And so the bartender went back and told the patron, hey, listen, he doesn't sing. He said, and so the patron said, look, it don't have to be anything great. I'm not looking for no great voice or nothing. I'm just going through some stuff and I want to hear a song, anything, Jangle Bell, anything. So he went back over and said, the guy said, you can just sing anything. He said, he's not looking for voice quality and all that kind of stuff. He said, man, I don't sing. Just tell him that I'll play whatever he wants. So the bartender went back to the patron and said, look, he said, he doesn't sing anything. I hired him as a jazz pianist just to play. And so this patron said, look, I've spent over $1,000 here tonight. I go spend my money someplace else. And so the bartender said, just a minute. Went back over and said to this man who was playing the piano, sing or you're fired. And then the pianist closed his eyes and he started singing, Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa. That was Nat King Cole. Wow. Wow. He didn't even know he had that voice in him. He was only hired as a jazz pianist. He was forced to do something that he was gifted at. He didn't even know it was in him. What's in you? What Mona Lisa song is in you that you don't know, that you have not reached for, that you have not auditioned, that you have not tried out? Cicely Tyson, she was at work. And she was at a desk and they were celebrating a person who had been working for the company for over 30 years. I asked her, how did you get into acting? And she said, they gave her a gold watch after 30 years, this friend of hers. And she said, I'm not going to be working here for 30 years to get a gold watch. She got her things out of her desk. She slammed the drawer and picked up her purse and quit. And when she left, she was walking down the street and saw a sign. They were looking for somebody to audition for a play. And she went and auditioned. And the rest is history. She decided to try something else, to do something else with her life. Now, you see the reason why Dr. Miles Monroe kept saying, rob the cemetery of your gifts. You can do that by experimenting with your life. You can do that by whatever you do your best at all times, under all circumstances. You don't know who's watching you. You don't know what's going to come out of that. People form habits, and habits create futures. If you get in the habit of doing your best at all times, under all circumstances, something is going to be birthed out of you. And so when I look at Aunt Boo Boo, Cicely Tyson, when she shocked us in the speaker training. She stood up and everybody had to just come up and ad lib and just talk about themselves. And she said, I'm a stripper. Everybody was shocked. Whoa, where's she going with this? And she talked about the fact that she had things in storage in New York, things in storage in LA, and that as she got older, she started realizing that she no longer needed those things, needed that condo. And she started letting things go. She started stripping herself of all the baggage that she'd been carrying for years. And that reminded me, I've been paying $200 or $300 a month for something in storage. And if you say, what's in there? I don't know. So why are you paying money for it every month? I just been doing it. Does that make sense? No. See, here's what we know. Life has no duplicate, as Jerry would say, Jerry Jackson, that we come through here, and I've never seen a storage bin following behind a hearse. When Howard Hughes on a plane and he died, somebody asked, how much did he leave when he took his last breath? And someone else answered, all of it. And so I started stripping. I started letting stuff go. Clothes that look good I can't even get in them. Can't even get my arm in them anymore. I'm getting this stuff out of here. I'm going to give it to somebody. No, I'm going to lighten my load. I'm a stripper now myself. And see, life is about maximizing the moment. We got a moment here. We got a moment. It's been a long time coming, as Sam Cooke said, but a change is going to come. Sam, you were right, my brother. Assalamu alaikum. He was right. And you want to maximize this time right now. Maximize it. Take advantage of it. What else you got going on for you? This is an entrepreneur's era. This is no longer the job economy. This is the entrepreneur's economy, the gig economy, the attention economy. 47 million jobs will be lost through artificial intelligence. And the people that will be displaced, the people that will be traumatized, the people that will be impacted disproportionately are the people who are not willing to learn. Cicely was willing to learn. She'd already done Jane Pittman, and that was a powerful role. Nobody, they can retire that role. Nobody can do Jane Pittman like Aunt Boo Boo, that's what we called her. Like Cicely Tyson did it. Whatever she did her best. And so you want to find something and test it. Do various things, and you'll be surprised of what comes up for you. You'll be surprised. Some talents lying dormant in you, waiting for you to notice them. You have something special. You have greatness in you. You were not just chosen to come here, work a job, be underpaid, overworked, work just enough to keep from being fired, and they pay you just enough to keep you from quitting. That's not your destiny. You're made in the likeness and image of God. You've been given authority and dominion over everything on the face of the earth, including the ability to create your own economy. This is your time. This is your time. Search yourself. Take personal inventory. Get still. Get quiet. Disconnect from this thing called life. The reason that most people never discover what the real purpose of our life is because of weapons of mass distractions. Yeah, no. This is our time. And trust me, this opening that we have right now, this opening that has been created right now, world was looking at Georgia. This opening that's up in here right now, evil has been subdued for a moment, but it ain't gone. Though it still has a pulse. It's trying to find a way to come back again. Trust me on this. Evil prevails when good men and women do nothing. Good men and women stood up. Come on now. Oh, you getting upset up in here. You got that right. I'm about to slap this computer. Yeah. Let me tell you something. We've got to put ourselves in every moment. When you do that, things happen for you. When you give your best, you don't know who's watching you. I spoke for a handful of people, and one of those people in the audience, around 30, 35 people, was a member of Meeting Planners International. You know, my daughter, Dr. Ona Brown, you can get her online called ONA, Ona Brown.com, Dr. Ona Brown. And she asked a question, a book she's written, are your angels unemployed? See, there are most people who are watching me right now. Most people, their angels are at the spa, getting pedicures and manicures and being massaged. But there's some people, their angels are saying, wait, hold it. Excuse me. I got to go, baby. There she goes. She's doing something else. She's taking on something else. Who's that one? That one named Stacey Abrams. Yeah, baby. She's bad. She just changed the course of history. We know she loved doing big things with her life. Oh, there's another one there. Shamir in Cleveland. He's about to run for mayor. Oh, boy. Wow. That's a bad young boy up in there. Let me tell you something. See, I believe in angels. I'm here because of God's grace and mercy. That's the only reason I'm here. People say, how How did you get here? I did what I could, and God did what I couldn't. You do what you could. Do the best that you can with what you have, and God will do the rest. I'm not no preacher or anything like that, but I know that. My mother, she adopted 7 children. I have a reporter asked her, how did you know you can raise 7 children by yourself? You never had any kids, Mamie Brown. She said, I just believe the Lord will make a way somehow. If you do what you can, the Lord will make a way somehow. I believe she's watching me and protecting me now. And I went to Cancer Centers of America, and they said, we see something. I said, oh, okay. And when I left there, both my mothers, the one that gave me life and the other one that gave me love, and say, we got this. You do what you can. Together, we got you. And when I was finally coming out of the hospital, here in Kansas Centers of America, they said, look at him, he's so happy. Yes, I've been here before. You think 4th stage cancer follows me all the days of my life? I've been dealing with this for 29 years. No, I'm not. I left there not with a heart full of fear. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of sound mind. No. He gave us power to handle whatever life throws at us. You have something special. Learn how to present yourself. Learn how to earn money from home with your knowledge. If you can do it for corporations, you can do it for yourself. And you'll pay yourself 3 to 4 times more money, and with less hassle and politics and all type of pressure and stress that you deal with when you're working for someone else. That's the name of the game right now, is controlling your own personal economy. As I said, we're going from brick and mortar to click and order. That's the new economy. Learning how to present from home, learning how to use this computer to bring your personality through, how to use this computer to create a significant emotional event, how to use this computer to learn something. Allow me to teach you how to use your voice, your knowledge, your skills. I'm talking to people who are earning 2 and 3 times more than what they were earning working on a job. No, I'm not making this up. Real. They got all type of platforms now, and all of them you got to be able to present. Clubhouse, you got to be able to present. People are making millions of dollars on these various platforms. This is the way that it is. Get some coaching so you can get better. Get some coaching so you can sharpen your skills. Abraham Lincoln said, if I had 6 hours to chop a tree down, I'll spend 4 hours sharpening my axe. Yeah, this is your time. But don't try and do it by yourself. Get around the right people that inspire you, people whose energy brings out the best in you, generate new ideas, a new perspective on how you look at this thing called life. And live each day as if it were your last, because one day, oh, come on now, one day, did you hear me? One day, did I say it? One day, I just need somebody to help me right now. One day, One day, something wrong with me. It will be. Oh my God. I'm having such a wonderful time. I was Tyrone. He said, you need to land this plane now. You need to land this plane now. Listen, to use your voice, to use your story, to motivate and inspire people. If you're ready to experiment like Cicely was and try something new, like using your voice to tell your story, using your voice to tell people how you overcame something, and that will be the guiding principles that they will use in their life. Having fun and learning new things. If you're not willing to learn, as I say, no one can help you, but if you're willing to learn, no one can stop you, because I'm doing what I love to do. I love helping people because somebody helped me. Somebody looked at me when I was struggling to believe in myself. Young man, why won't you do what I'm asking you to do? I can't, sir. He's DT. What's DT? He's a twin. His brother Wesley is smart. He's Leslie. He's the dumb twin. I am, sir. Don't you ever say that again. Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. When I was looking at him in his eyes, I had no idea I was looking at my destiny. I had no idea that my voice one day would be the voice that will inspire people, that will bring people out of a dark place. My voice will be a voice that somebody one day will say to me, you know, I was going through a tough time and I heard your voice and you saved my life. My voice will help people like he helped me. I had no idea I was in my destiny. Some of you are looking at me right now. You can feel me in your heart. You're listening because what's in me is in you. We're cut from the same cloth. We're branches of the same tree. You know it? My Angela is right. There's nothing as painful as an untold story buried in your soul. You got something special. You've got greatness in you. And don't downplay that. Use it up. Use it up. Yes, you came here to do the greater work. Use it up. And don't try and convince other people to go with you. It was something that Dr. Howard Thurman said, who wrote The Centering Moment. He said, the primary question that one must ask oneself in life. Number one, where am I going? Number two, who's going with me? And he said, and if you ever ask those questions in the wrong order, you'll be in serious trouble. Did you hear that? Do you understand that? You don't need anybody's approval. Approve yourself. Bet on you. Invest in you. That's what I did. And I wanted to learn from somebody. I wanted to shorten the learning curve. I don't like to be at the back of the line. I'll teach you how to get to the front of the line. And the people that I endorse, the people that I support, the people that I train, I train them how to dominate. I didn't want to be a speaker. I wanted to be the speaker. When they say Les Brown, Mamie's boy, that's who you talking about. Les Brown, Mamie Brown's boy, right? Oh, he gonna get the butter from the duck. Oh, he can bring it, baby. But he's 76 now. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, he'd be 76 February 17th, but he can still bring it. He's still got the fire in the belly. You got that right. Well, you got 10 children and 15 grandchildren and 4 great grandsons. Yeah. Oh, Cicely Tyson. Gail King asked, "What do you want people to remember about you, Cicely?" And she said, "I did my best. I did my best." And I think all of us who've had the honor to see her, we knew whatever she did her best. Some roles that she did, particularly Jane Pittman, they need to retire that. I remember, and I'll close out on this. She did something before the class. She said some children were coming, and they were at this daycare, and the person who was over these kids looking at them and asked, "Are you the one? Are you the one? We need a leader. We need a leader that will liberate us. We need a leader that will speak and help us to usher in a brand new day. Are you the one there? Come. Are you the one?" No. What about you? Are you the one? Are you the one? No, and then one was standing over there not saying anything. "Are you the one?" You said, "Yes, ma'am." Everybody in the class broke down and started crying. And she looked at everybody in the class and said, "You are the ones who will speak and bring in a brand new day." The poet wrote, "If you but knew where she stepped, you will wonder why you wept." Aunt Boo Boo, Cicely Tyson, you did a great work. You did your best. Say hello to my mother, my nephew Wes Jr., my best friend Boo on the other side. And